Good afternoon, dear students. Hope you all can hear me. Yes, I know still I need to take one class, but I think I should take one more class because in this class I'll be telling you about the game theory and then basics of operation research. Okay. In one class pending, I can teach you about the decision making. Apart from that, still we have PERT and CPM to cover the syllabus. If you are interested, then I can take additional class. Okay. Please tell me, should I take additional class? Okay. So I will take the additional classes maybe after your seminars. Okay. First, you complete your seminars at different places. So whatever is pending about operation research, PERT and CPM, I will take additional classes. Okay. Thank you. So today we'll go with the third module. Can you see the PPT? Can you see the screen now? I've shared the screen. Okay. Okay. Now you can see, I think. Right? So let me tell you about the operation research first. When you see the word operations research, it may sound completely different. Operations research. Maybe you have seen some old movies of Rajkumar saying Operation Jackpot, right? You might have seen such movie names like this. It is once a similar name because the name is operation research means here when the researches were taking place, then at that time there was a need to increase such research, do research at a faster rate, do research at a larger rate. Then lot of thirst was given for research to do more and more researches, deeper and deeper researches, faster and faster researches. Why this was done? This was done particularly at the time of the Second World War, right? But, yeah, the Second World War started very quickly, maybe after 5 6 years of completion of the First World War. The soldiers who were supposed to fight were completely exhausted because they were just taking rest from the First World War. No country had resources. Maybe the military forces, facilities like copters, planes, ships, etc., or the guns. Like this, they did not have any equipment. Everything was very scarce. Then, but still they have to fight the war. Then they thought of going for optimization. Optimization means minimization. Optimization means maximization. Optimization means minimizing the resources. Optimization means maximizing the profit. Optimization means minimization of the cost. Okay, so using lesser and lesser input, how to get more and more output was the question. Using lesser and lesser input. One second. Hello. Sir, I'm in annual class. Can I call you after 3? Okay, okay, sir. Thank you. Okay. Using less, making use of lesser and lesser cost expense, making more and more profit is the aim. For this purpose, every country they installed one research team who are supposed to do such researches. Okay, because of that research, they were able to get maximum output by using lesser men, lesser tools, lesser equipments, etc. After seeing this advantage of this operation research, more and more countries started using this in the industrial sector also, in the companies also. Because in the companies also, you are supposed to use less material to get more profit. That is the always the intention of the companies. Use less people, use lesser machines, use lesser material, but get more profit. Is the sole and sole objective of any company. Hence, operation research is extensively used in companies as well. So now let me see what operation research is. More and more theories available in your study material or in any textbook also. See, you don't get any single textbook for this subject. This is a combination of two different subjects. One is statistics, another one is operation research. In fact, earlier we had only one paper in first semester called statistics. In third semester we had operation research. In both the subjects, there are a lot of problems are given, and student used to fail in both the subjects. Then we thought, why to fail students in both subjects? Let us fail them in only one subject. So we combined these two, reduced the portion, and we have kept a subject as statistical and operation research or optimization technique. Okay. Now, what is operation research? Operation research is the research done on the operations, the way you work. Just observe the way you work. You can better that work. Okay, it can be visualized as a method or a tool or set of technique, an activity tech, or an activity that aids the manager in making a decision. It makes use of the quantitative techniques to provide better solution to the problem. Here we are trying to give a better solution to the problem. Operation research makes an attempt to solve many of the business problems in a quantitative way. The definition given by Sati considers OR as a tool of improving the quality of answers to the problems. He say OR is the art of giving bad answers to the problem which otherwise have worse answer. OR or the optimization technique never say this is the best technique. They will never say that. They always say this is a better answer. This is a better method of doing it operation which can be further improved. Okay, we never say yes, this is the answer. Just like in statistics, you get this is the mean. But in operation research, you never get such answers. This is the exact solution to the problem. What we are suggesting here is only a better solution to the problem. Here, there are limitation is there, characteristics, definitions. So much of things are there. I'm not stressing here. I'm directly going to the game theory. I think this should interest you because this is a game. Game theory is a branch of applied mathematics and economics that studies situations where players choose different actions in an attempt to maximize their return. If you take up any game, there are players, everybody wants to win the game, right? For that purpose, they will choose different actions. When they are doing it, there should be focus on two things. One is how should I be benefited? Second thing is how to reduce the benefits of others, right? If you want to become number one, you should always think like that. Can any one of you tell me the difference between planning and strategy? Can any one of you tell me the difference between planning and strategy? You might have learned about this in your management and organization behavior. What is planning and what is strategy? Planning means when we do deciding before itself. Fine. Planning is short term, strategy is long term. You have short term planning also. You can even plan for one day also. Planning, Hamid is saying planning is nothing but deciding in advance. Strategy is nothing but how to do the plan. How to do the plan is not strategy. Step by step strategy is not strategy, it is procedure. Technical plan is not there. Strategy is not how to achieve objective. How to achieve objective for this, you have to have a mapping your work plan like that. Once again, no, game theory is there. Somebody is saying game theory is not there in the syllabus. It is there. Okay, if you want, I'll share the syllabus also with you right now. But it is there. See, planning and strategy is same. Uh, both are doing for the future. But when we speak about strategy, we are supposed to consider what others are doing. Okay, what others are doing is also very important for this. That means to say, if you want to get first class, you can plan your study. Nothing comes between you and your study. Suppose you want to get first rank, then it is not just enough that if you study. You have to see others also. Who else is trying to get first rank? What is their plan of study? How my plan of study should be better than them, right? That is what strategy is. Strategy is something considering the competition into consideration. If one company wants to sell more, then they have to compete in the market. Suppose I am selling a brand new type of mobile. Then I can do some planning to sell it. Suppose I want to sell toothpaste. Where do I get my customers to sell the toothpaste? Because I should get customers who are the customers of some other company only. It is very difficult that you get a new customer for paste or for soap, etc. Getting it? So when you want to launch a new uh, when you want to launch a new brand of toothpaste and market it, you have to think how to get customers of other companies. This is what strategy is. When you consider competition as an important component of your planning, then it will become a strategy. When you are playing the game of chess, you make a move and then you start thinking what will be my opponent's move. Based on your thinking of what will be the opponent's move, you will make your move. Right? This is what strategy is. I think now it is clear the difference between planning and strategy. Without considering the competition, if you do something for the future, it is planning. But when you consider competition, then it will be strategy. Okay. So why I'm telling you here is game theory will tell you about the strategy. It is it's always a matter of strategy. Game theory is a branch of applied mathematics and economics that studies situations where players choose different action in attempt to maximize their return. So in order to get more profit, what I should do? If I do this, what others will do? This is important here. Game theory provides a mathematical process for selecting an optimum strategy. As I told you, what is optimum? That is an optimum decision or a sequence of decision to an opponent who has a strategy of his own. Right? You should always think of the strategy of your competitors, of your opponents. So there are few assumptions of the game theory, such as we think for every player there are two or more well specified choices because war is also a quantitative tool. You should have only quantities. In the real sense, in the real situation of where companies are working, you do not have well specified choices. When your customer does something, your competitor does something, then you don't have, see, this is there's no ready document in the company saying that sir we can do like this. No, we have to devise it at that point. But for our easy purpose, competition purpose, we always assume that we have different choices ready to implement. Okay. And there's one more assumption here, that if I do like this will be the output. I am very clear. Every possible combination of the plays available to the players lead to a well-defined end state. I know if I do this, this is the my return. In practical, will this happen? No. Definitely in the industrial scenario, practical scenario, even if you do one project, you cannot say this will be the success of my project. A specified payoff for each player is associated with every end state. Means the sum of payoff of all the player is zero in each end state. That means we always consider here that loss of one is loss of gain of other. It is a zero sum game. I am in working with the competition. Okay. So if I get 100 customers, my opponent will lose that 100 customer. So that it's a zero sum game. Total sum is zero. I lose 100, he gains 100. I get 50, he loses, somebody else loses 50. That is zero sum game. Okay. And because it may not happen always. Okay. In the real life, it may not happen. I may gain something, in turn, my opponent may also gain something. Even such possibilities are always there. But in practical, here, we are thinking that zero sum, that is called win win situation. Win-win situation means even I get something, my opponent will also get something. That is called win-win situation. But here we are not considering it. Every decision maker has a perfect knowledge of game and his opposition. That means we always think that when I have predefined choices 1, 2, 3, my opponent is also having predefined choices 1, 2, 3, and he knows what he has to do when I am doing something. Sushma is asking what is assumption of game theory means. Whatever the problem we are going to do here, how we are going to solve the problems using this, it is may not be the replica of the real life situation. So when we go in this just using this procedure, we have such assumptions. I mean, some it can you can also correct some limitations in practical life. Of course, whatever the tools techniques we are teaching you here may not find place in the real life. Tomorrow if you join some company and if you become a manager there, you may not use all this because practical life is different and this life is different, right? So to make these problems solutions workable, we make some assumptions. Okay, so these are all the such assumptions, and I am telling you the difference between such assumption and the practical life also. All decision makers are rational. This is one more assumption. Means we never take any decision arbitrarily. We never take any decision emotionally. Right? In some companies it happens. Somebody comes to the manager saying that I am in a bad need of the job. Sir, please help me, please get me a job. Otherwise my family people are starving. The manager may think, okay, let him give you a job. Let me give him a job. Such decisions will always be taken. Some emotion decisions will also be always be taken. But in practically when we are doing the problems, we always think it is rational only. Okay. Strategy. So we are using some words here. One is strategy. As I told you, what is a strategy? It's a set of courses or actions available to one player in advance in which player decides the course of action he should adopt. Means I assume here that I have three choices 1, 2, 3, and I know what are the choices available with my opponent also. Pure strategy means if the player selects same strategy each time, it is called as pure strategy. In that case, every player knows what exactly other players is going to do. Okay. Mixed strategy means when the player uses combination strategies and each player always keep guessing what will be the course of action selected by the other player, then it is a mixed strategy. I use one type of strategy at one time. Second time I use different strategy, then it is a mixed strategy. Optimum strategy means the strategy which gets me maximum profit or minimum loss. Value of the game means expected payoff of the game when the players follow their strategies. As I told you, it can be a zero sum game. If loss to me is profit to other, then it is a zero sum game. Then the value of the game is zero. But sometime it will not happen. Then when we say the game is unfair if it is non-zero. Next is payoff matrix. I will tell you what a payoff matrix is. Payoff means profit or loss to each and every player. Player here is a competitor. It can be a company. Okay. One company is called as one player. Let player A has M strategies A1, A2, A3, A4 up to AM. B3, B4, B5 up to BN. N can be any number and M also can be any number. The payoff matrix is written in terms of A. So whatever we write, it's always in terms of A. That is, here we write player A, here we write player B. Whatever we show here, it is written in the terms of A. I'll tell you again what it is. That is, the positive values reflect gains to A, negative values reflect loss to A. Let AI be the payoff which the player gains from B. If player A chooses strategy AI, player B chooses strategy J. Then the payoff matrix is, you can see a matrix here. Player A has A1, A2, A3, A4 up to AM strategies. Player B has B1, B2, B3, B4 up to BN strategies. Okay, 1 minute. I will make corrections here only, otherwise, I will also forget. Okay, I have taken as a photo difficult. B1, B2, B3, BN up to BN. So A22 means if player A uses second strategy, B also uses second strategy, then this is the gain or loss to A. If it is a positive number, it means A is gained. If it is a negative number, that means B is gained. Next is Maximin Principle. So before that, I'll just show you one this thing. See, to make it more clear. For example, here you can say player A and player B. Values here are 3, 7, 5, 2, 6, 8, 1, 3, 4. That means if player A plays first strategy, B also plays first strategy, then A will get 3 rupees. If player A makes use of second strategy, player B chooses first strategy, then A will get 2 rupees. If player A chooses third strategy, B will choose first strategy, then he will get 1 rupee. All these values are glass are gained to A only. The whole matrix is written in terms of A. If player A chooses if player A chooses second strategy, player B chooses second strategy, then A will get 7 rupees. This is the meaning of the matrix. Is the meaning of the matrix clear? See, if you see this matrix, it is very clear. There is a competition. We are assuming only two players. In a real world, in the market, there are many players. If you take up any particular sector, there are many players. But here we are considering there are only two players in the market, A and B. Okay. Here A has three choices: A1, A2, A3. Means suppose I can launch a new product. Is first option for me. I can increase the advertising of my existing product. Maybe there is a second option for me. Or I can give a discount on my product. That may be the third option for me. Similarly, B also has three options: B1, B2, B3. And this matrix will represent the loss or gain to me. If player A chooses second strategy, B chooses first strategy, then A will get 2 rupees. If player A chooses second strategy, B will choose third strategy, then A will get 8 rupees. This is the meaning of the payoff matrix. Is it clear now? See, A1, A2, A3. I have not written here, but this is A1 first strategy, second strategy, third strategy. First strategy for B, it is represented column wise. First strategy, second strategy, third strategy. Suppose A chooses strategy 3, this one. B chooses strategy 3, this one. Then A will get 4 rupees. That is the meaning. Is it clear? I hope this is clear. Let me continue. So there are two things here, two principles are there. One is called Maximin Principle. That is, see, understand this very carefully. It may look bit tricky to you, but if you understand, it's common sense. If you understand this, then it will be very easy. Yeah, maybe some drawing mistake is there. Okay, don't worry about it. There is nothing to do with this. If this is out of the box, see, A. Suppose A chooses first strategy. In case A chooses first strategy, there is an option for B to choose. B can choose first, second, or third. If he chooses first strategy, he has to give 3 rupees to A. If he chooses second strategy, he has to give 7 rupees to A. If he chooses third strategy, he has to give 5 rupees to A. Now tell me, if you are player B, which one you will choose? Yes, you will choose the first strategy because you will to play minimum, that is 3 rupees. In the same way, if player A chooses second strategy, what is the choice of option of for player B? If player A chooses second strategy, what is the selection of player B? Yes, then also first one. Because if he chooses 3, then he has to give 8 rupees. Okay? In the same way, say for example, why Kishore third? If he chooses third, if he chooses third, then he has to give 8 rupees. Okay, Disha? If A chooses second strategy, B chooses third strategy, A chooses second strategy, B chooses third strategy, then he has to give 8 rupees. Right? Similarly, if player, see, understand this. If I choose this, can choose this or this. If you choose first one, then you have to give 2. I don't know really we are following or not. Somebody is writing 2, somebody 3, somebody 5. Where is 5 here? See, understand this very clearly. If A chooses third strategy, let us say A chooses third strategy, B can choose first column, or second column, or third column. If B chooses first column, he has to give 1 rupee. If B chooses second column, he has to give 3 rupee. If B chooses third column, he has to give 4 rupee. So which is the best? Yes, one. Got it. This is how you have to decide. Yes. In the same way, suppose player B chooses first column. Suppose player B chooses first column. What will be the choice of A? In case player B chooses first column, what is the choice of A? Yes, it will be first. Now, if player B chooses third column, if player B chooses third column, what is the choice of A? If player B chooses third column, what is the choice of A? Yes, Hamid is saying 2, Sahana 1, Guna Sakshta 3, somebody 1, somebody 3, somebody 2. I really don't understand how to explain it. See, these are all the gain to A. If B chooses third column, if I choose first one, I get 5 rupees. If I choose second one, I get 8 rupees. If I choose third one, I get 4 rupees. So which one I will choose? Yes, second, because I get more amount. No, if I choose first one, I get 5 rupees. If I choose second one, I get 8 rupees. If I choose third one, I get 4 rupees. Okay. See, this is what when we see from the point of view of A. Now, as I told you earlier, if A has already made the choice and B has to make the choice, since all the values are positive, that means every time B only has to give to A. Suppose if player A chooses last row, then what B will choose means he will choose minimum value because he has to pay to A, no? But when A has chance, he will choose highest value because he will be getting it. Okay. This is what Maximin Principle is. For player A, minimum value in each row represents the gain. Okay, so they will tell you one more slide, then I'll come back, then you will understand. See, I don't know why. I will try to share the screen because this has been converted to PPT. Uh, See, You can see here, player A, he will, to find out the answer to that, what you have to do is, you have to select minimum value in each row. Put it here. It is called row minimum. Okay. Then you mark highest value in each column. Then it is column maximum. Next, when you get this, you can see both will join at one point. This is called saddle point. That is the value of the game. I don't know to what extent you are understanding this. Can you see now? Just try to zoom it, okay? So, so solving this problem is very simple. If you don't understand whatever the theory part I told you, don't worry. Solving the problem is very simple. You have a matrix like this. Just identify the row minimum values. Then you identify the column maximum values. Wherever both of them will match, then it will be taken as the value of the game. Okay. So if you don't understand this, don't worry. I will share the slides. Go through it. Try to understand it. If you don't understand, I will explain it once again in one more class. Okay. Yes, as per row, you need to select minimum values. As per column, you have to select the maximum values. Yes. It is because, otherwise I will stop share the screen. I will share the slides. Let me tell you once again. See here, suppose you are A and you have one more opponent B. Okay. Now I should decide what to select. If I select first strategy, what will be my opponent's reaction? What he will choose? Okay. Just think and answer me. I am player A and there is one player B. If I select if I select first row, yes, he will choose first strategy, then I will get 3 rupees. If I choose first option, I will get 3 rupees. If I choose second option, how much I will get? If I choose second option, how much I will get? How I will get 8 rupees? Because player B will not choose this. No, player B will not choose this. I can select this. When I select this second strategy, I am giving option to my opponent that he can give me 2 rupees or 6 rupees or 8 rupees. How much he will give me? Understand clearly. When I choose the second option, B can give me 2 rupees or 6 rupees or 8 rupees. So yes, Sayed, he will give 2 rupees. Now, if I choose the third option, how much I will get? If I use the third option, how much I will get? Yes, I will get 1 rupee. So if I choose first option, I get 3 rupees. If I second option, I get 2 rupees. If I get the you choose third option, I get 1 rupee. Then what I will choose? I will naturally choose the first option. Okay. So this is the value of the game. How to calculate this? Find out row minimum for each value, then find out column maximum for each column, match both. Why I was sharing PPT is that these lines have not come clearly. So match both, this will be the saddle point. Okay. So let me stop here. Understand this. This is very tricky actually. But if you understand this, it's easy for you. So I will stop here. Once you understand this, I will do the next class. Practice this. Okay. Thank you.